Welcome to the broadcast. Your boy up in here, man. We got update 1.08. No patch notes available. So we just gotta jump into the gameplay and see what's going on, EA. No patch notes, EA. Was it that little? Or is it not important? But we finna see.
Welcome to the Lone Star State and Houston, Texas. I'm Ed Cohen with Jay Williams. And Jay, this was once Clutch City. Now it's no doubt the land of threes.
Oh, Ed, do you smell that? There's some seasoning going on out there. There's going to be some cooking tonight.
It could be sizzling here this evening. Let's get ready for the opening tip. And, Jay, you look at Lonzo Ball, so much potential. Number 2 pick in 2017 out of UCLA, but he can learn something tonight with Chris Paul on the other side.
Oh, yeah, Ed, we were on the court before the game, and I was watching CP3 stare at Lonzo Ball. One of the things that I know that CP3 does, he studies the game. He dissects the game. Something I would do if I were defending Lonzo Ball. Every time in the half court, and pay attention to this at home, look for CP3 to shade the left side of Lonzo Ball's body. Why? Because that's where Lonzo Ball brings the ball from his shooting pocket to the left side. It doesn't matter what dribbling move Lonzo Ball does. If CP3 can contain him on the perimeter, Lonzo Ball will inevitably bring the ball right to where CP3 wants. And after he establishes that, watch how Lonzo Ball will then all of a sudden try to change his shot, because now his game has been dictated to by the great defensive mind of CP3.
Leads to that nice pump fake.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
To Gasol. Inside, he scores.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
For 3. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
Look, that shot was going up regardless of what the defender was trying to do. That's called a heat check.
Houston takes over. Fires the 3.
Don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Curling inside. Whistled for the foul. Chance coming up at the free throw line.
Hello. Trust me, you want to avoid early foul trouble. Take that one as a
Hello.
lead.
Knocks down the first. goes 2 for 2 at the line. From the painted area, won't go down.
And physicality is your friend. Don't let these guys get any easy ones down low. Make them look at the refs, wondering where the foul was every time.
For you?
Nowitzki. Beyond the arc for 3.
We about 5
Tough
minutes.
shot. Well defended. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
Rockets have the ball. Fires the 3. Yes. Give the advantage to the shooter.
Even though the coach initially may not like that shot, now he's clapping because that ball went in.
Lets it fly from long range. Not going down here. From long range, he has scored 11 points. He's knocked down 3 threes. What a start.
He's on pace for 44 points in this ballgame. You probably want to limit his touches and actually start contesting some shots.
Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Made his first effort, but not that time.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Now the Lakers are going to call a timeout as they'll talk things over in what's now a 4-point game. Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. Not done yet. Turner. For 3, blocked away. Houston with the basketball.
That kid can block out the sun, man.
Takes stock of the floor. Rebound taken by Olenek. Backcourt. Now the Rockets will use a timeout as they'll talk things over in what's now a 4-point game.
Dropped my soda, but it didn't spill. So we gotta keep it real.
Substitution being made in this one.
Number 16, James Johnson.
To Beverly. Going to launch beyond the arc. And the rebound taken down by the Lakers. Trying to cash in. Cephalosha's shot, no good. The follow won't go either.
And a lot of times in this league, teams take days off. But if this defense keeps maintaining that style of pace defensively, this is going to be a dogfight.
Whoa, what a finish.
That's a good run right here to end the first quarter to open up that lead. If you're the coach of this team, you have to like the effort your guys are giving.
Here's a chance from long range. 4-3. It's Ginobili with the rebound. from the lane won't go. That's it for the first quarter. The Rockets with the lead. One quarter down. Long way to go. So, buckle up. It's wide open.
A filling out process between each teams, and also, Ed, a filling out process with the referees. A lot of quick whistles. The game is being called differently. Look to see how both teams adjust.
Beverly to Nowitzki. Beverly. Not that time. He missed it. Goes to the left side. Fires the three. Man, that was a tough shot.
Well, the defense has been good, but the shot-making ability has been better. And sometimes for NBA players at this level, the more you're in their face, the more it helps them center their focus on the target, which is making the shot. I know it sounds weird, but trust me, it's a real thing.
Come on.
Chance, but it's no good. And throws it down.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
It's Rockets ball. Beverly. He throws it down.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Some lineup changes now for both clubs.
Stepping in for the Houston Rockets, number 16,
Has a chance. Nowitzki with the rebound. Vince Carter to Gasol. Knocks it down from mid-range.
You know, everyone gets lucky from time to time. You played the probability game perfectly on that possession.
To Turner. And scores. Strong take.
It's so difficult to block a guy like that with that kind of athleticism and length. Your timing almost has to be perfect, but pretty much there's no stopping him when he's around the rim.
Beverly. Defense making the ball handler work. Beverly. And knocks it down.
And watching all these great shooters on the floor at once, it almost mesmerizes me. It's like you're watching the shot in slow motion. The backspin, it gives off the feel that the ball's going in every time.
Tough shot.
What the?
And nearly a chance at a three-point play. No foul.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Rockets in control of the basketball. Probing the defense. Beverly cleans it up. Nice touch around the basket with the tip.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
A drive, but he can't get it to go.
I got ball.
Oh, they call him for the foul.
Just a tic-tac foul.
Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor.
number 31, Shane Battier. Stepping in for the Lakers, number 9.
Nowitzki. Beyond the arc for three. Shot off the mark. Good defense.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Man, why did you step up? You know you can't shoot no mid-range, man.
Drama on that one.
No fading on that shot, strictly up and down.
Fundamentals 101. Can't get the bounce. Fires the three. It's good for three.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
A pass taken away by the Rockets.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
Lets it fly from long range. Good for three.
Serious out here, boy. Can't be stepping out here halfway. Serious out here. Know what you thought it was. We'll come out here in these streets trying to play with a nigga. Kill him.
From Toyota Center, I'm Ed Cohen with the former Chicago Bulls guard Jay Williams. And Jay, yes, we are ready for takeoff.
And Ed, the Rockets are flying high. They keep feeding the beard or feeding the streets. Either way, this is a lethal backcourt.
It's been a launching pad for threes and so much more. Let's get ready for the tip. Jay, Rockets, a proven commodity. We know what they're capable of. Lakers, this is a young group defending. What principles do they have to adhere to?
You have to stay in the game mentally and be sharp, in particular when it comes to your defensive rotations. Houston will put you in so many pick and rolls at the top of the key, whether that's James Harden or the likes of CP3, and it will force you to rotate. So you have to have disciplined closeouts. And if your guy beats you off the dribble, you have to recognize you cannot help and overextend. You have to stay home. You have to hedge, get back to your man, because you don't want them to end up with a penetration and a knockdown three off a kickout.
Sounds like the speed of the game is the biggest adjustment for a guy coming out of college. Lakers have a lot of those guys right now. Lakers ball. Unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
You see, the savvy players, they can create contact. They can throw their arms into you, even their bodies into you, and as soon as the refs blow the whistle once or twice and you become hesitant defensively, they got you right where they want.
And the Lakers clear. LeBron with it up top. He'll run the offense. Short jumper off the mark.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Nothing going here on that drive. Here comes the screen to Chris. Fires the three. That's all,
man.
No good.
Fucking lag ass shit.
Across the timeline comes James. Looking to make something happen. To Ball. 4-3. And a putback slam.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
To Paul. Anthony. To Harden. And McGee there for the rebound. LeBron into the front court. 2-point advantage. Runner's good there. Jay, what makes LeBron so special on the offensive end?
Well, first and foremost, look at that frame. 6'9", 265 pounds with the agilities of a guard. He can blow by you. If he dips that shoulder, there's no way. There is nobody in the NBA that can guard that man one-on-one.
It's James controlling the offense.
Good shot.
Rejected by Capella.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Ball into the front court. Down 2. Harden. Message received. Well defended. To Kyle Kuzma. Ball.
After I get off, man, ain't no telling.
To James. Ball.
After you get out, so you talking about tonight?
Lonzo Ball is so different. There's something special about a player that can always deliver the ball on time and on target. Let me break that down for you. The on-time part means the ball isn't delivered 1 second too late or 1 second too early, but at the perfect time for you to go right into your shot or make a play. The on-target aspect means that the ball is either delivered right in the pocket for a shooter,
I'll see if I can wait,
with his head constantly in the swivel,
it's safe to say that was 4 days ago.
Already an elite passer.
To Ball. Deep 2 there, won't go.
You see, this is something that everybody has, but some people choose to use it or not. I'm glad you choose to use effort on getting around those screens.
To Capella. Rejected by McGee. Oh, good defense by the Lakers. They come away with the steal. Los Angeles has the basketball. To James. And the finish. Slam dunk.
That's a good run right here to end the first quarter. If you're the coach of this team, you have to like the effort your guys are giving.
Luke Walton shifting gears as the subs enter the game.
You ain't got no ride or something?
He was all over him.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Too much contact, and free throws coming.
Hey, look, sometimes you need to feel out your opponent. Let them know you're there. I'm okay with that early foul.
And he connects on the first free throw. And fails to hit them both. Hits the first, misses the second. Harden to Anthony. Beyond the arc for three. Jay, they've been waiting for that to go down, but here they are trying to chip away and cut into this margin.
And there's nothing more frustrating as a shooter to get open looks and not see the ball go in. But if they do, that could be the start of a problem.
Beasley to James. Oh, he had him there for a second. Knocked loose. Rockets have it. Harden with it up top. 5-point game. Anthony knocks down the three-pointer.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
from the painted area won't go down.
Well, you can't finish with your right hand on the left side of the rim. You actually have to use your opposite hand. Steve Nash is one of the best at this. Different shots at different angles, high off the glass, expecting that there are trees down below with long wingspans that can block your shot.
Time to turn the page after a close first quarter. Jay, what stood out?
And we're exceeding the speed limit. These guys are playing fast, and the thing I love about it the most, there's entertainment in this game. Guys are looking away after they shoot the ball. Guys are clapping. Guys are energetic. This is why you love this sport.
Rondo into the front court. It's 12-10. Beasley, deep left corner. To Beasley. Nothing going here on that drive. Knocked loose. Rockets come up with it. Wide open look, won't go.
Just seems like there's lead in the feet of the defenders. You have to bounce quicker to the ball to deter that shot.
To Beasley. Going to launch beyond the arc. Beasley forced that one. Defense was right there. To Chris. Lets it fly from beyond the arc.
Come on, man.
Side of the rim, short. Into the front court comes Rondo. We're a minute into the second quarter. Inside, he scores.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
We get a whistle and a timeout for Houston as they'll talk things over in what's now a 4-point game. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. Carter Williams to P.J. Tucker from long range. Jay, I don't know if you call that the shooter's touch, but they will take it.
Well, essentially, the touch did help the ball go in, and I don't know. I might have to agree to disagree on that.
James to Ball. The crossover gets inside and the slam dunk.
It's not every day that you see a 6'9", 265-pound freight train coming down the lane. You probably want to step out of the way.
Gets it in the left corner. For three, no good. Nene, the pass taken away by the Lakers.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
Shot from the lane won't go.
Because he had no body control. You have to be able to control your body when you attack the rim at full speed. That's part of your concentration. People assume concentration just on the rim, but your body control is everything. Be able to speed yourself up or slow yourself down.
Fires the three. He took the bait, and he hits. Lonzo controls the offense. Down the lane to lay it in.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Gordon with it. They trail by 2. Lets it fly from long range. So the first points for him in this first half, and he knocks it down for 3.
Yeah, they really need him to get going. Really surprised that none of his teammates have been talking to him. This is when he needs him the most. They have to uplift him, help him continue to be confident on the court.
Ball to Kyle Kuzma. Ball to Kyle Kuzma. James, no good. That's great defense.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
And the rebound comes down to Ball. James to Josh Hart. Deep right corner. James. That's off the side of the rim. No good. To P.J. Tucker. LeBron into the front court. Down by 1. Missed it. They weren't going to give that to him.
But you can't just be a one-dimensional player. I know you're probably frustrated by me even saying that, but when you don't even give the option to pass the ball by utilizing some head fakes or ball fakes here and there, you save the defender by keeping them on their toes with the element of surprise.
Lakers at the controls right now. Ball. Gets it in the right corner. Count the basket inside.
This offseason, I heard so many voices, even that of the great Shaquille O'Neal, talking about how LBJ needed to submit his own legacy. Well, for LeBron, it's not about chasing external accolades. It's about hunting your own legacy, and that's to be the greatest of all time.
Hart. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball, but sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
Free throw, good. A three-point play as they move in front here just before the break. To P.J. Tucker. Here's a chance from long range. Off the mark. No good. James into the front court. His guys can hold for the final shot. He was all over him. Missed the shot. No free throws.
It's because he took his eye off his target, Ed. As an offensive player, you have to glare at where the defender's coming to, but quickly redirect yourself to the actual target. He was more consumed with the defender than he was the actual rim.
Now the Lakers going to use a timeout. They'll need their best free throw shooters on the floor as it was a design play for the inbounds. Mike D'Antoni changing up his lineup. Deep three at the buzzer. That misses with a second to go. We've reached halftime in a two-point game. Let's get you to Orlando, where we say hello to Jalen Rose in our EA Sports halftime. Tight game through the first two quarters as we resume play here in the third.
Let's go, let's go.
Houston takes over.
Ball.
Paul goes to the right side. Harden, it's good. Coach wants to see more from his D.
Don't seem shocked. This is how the game is played these days. Shooting a three is like shooting a layup.
Oh, highlight moves. Tough to pull off with the defender all over you. It's good. Count the basket and the foul.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
Now Paul with the basketball. His group now down 2. Can't connect.
I hate that that one didn't go down. You'd much rather go into half with a tie ball game than having a deficit.
It's James, and he buries it. Jay, the system produces once again. Veteran move right there.
Still blows my mind that this young man is 16 years in the NBA, has not had one bad injury, but more importantly, it's about the respect of the game. That's what LeBron James brings to the table when you think about basketball. You respect the game, you get the benefits.
And now Houston has the basketball. James Harden fires for 2. The screen sets him up for 2. The way he gets to the line, you have to respect every part of his game.
He is an occupational hazard for referees. He's the MVP of drawing fouls. He constantly baits the defender, which makes the defender's hands drop, which allows James Harden to drop buckets on him.
To Chris. Over to the right side. Anthony, they have to keep him in their grasp. Change of scenery, but how can Melo still impact a franchise?
It all starts with a mindset. It starts with embracing and accepting your new role. He is no longer a starter in this league. He's a guy that's going to need to be positive on the bench, bring in his shooting abilities off the bench, and also be a coach when he's on the floor. That's the next step in the evolution for Carmelo Anthony.
To Chris. Fires the 3. It's good. Something tells me they'll give him that shot again.
And Ed, when you have 7-footers roaming the perimeter who shoot over 40% from the three-point line, why take twos?
All 5 can shoot it at any given time. To Paul. 4-3. That's how you defend.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Took it down the lane, but it's no good.
Seems like a lot of contact on that play. If I were that player, I would pull the ref over to the side, talk to him, express to him how much contact there was so he could look for that same foul call potentially the next time down the court.
Shot off the mark. Good defense.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
Oh, Capella up to block it.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Oh, bad pass as the Rockets come away with it. Harden in possession. The deficit now up to 5. Beyond the arc for 3, and a put-back slam. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
And he's fouled, and he earns a trip to the line.
I'm watching the coach's reaction right now, and I'll tell you, he's not going to be happy about that. The game comes down to the micro details. That wasn't a part of the plan right there.